If you struggle to trade using supply and demand market structure, this video is for you, just because we are going to do Swiss yen on the daily time frame, of which this is a swing setup. So I'm gonna get to it, guys. Now, so firstly, we're going to look at structure. As you can see, this was our high, low, then we had a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Then this is your relatively equalized, and then we had the lower high, then we had the higher high again, then we had the higher low, then we had the lower high, then we had this as your lower low, lower high, then we had this lower low. So we're expecting a lower high so that we can get another lower low right there. So the market is bearish in this case. Now, it was bullish and then it turned bearish. So we're going to look at areas that the market reacted from. So what I can see already is that we tapped into this demand zone on the daily time frame. As you can see, we mitigated nicely into it, and the market started creating those higher highs. As you can see, high, your low, your high, your low, then we had a higher high. We're expecting a higher low so that we can get that higher high internally, just because we had what we had this area here as our overall break of structure, just around here. As you can see, from this point we had a nice break of structure, and what I'm looking for as like my overall target, just because we need our targets, we already understand that the market is gonna give us some buying opportunities around these areas here. Around these areas here, we're going to get those buys. So we're anticipating areas that the market can react from. So what I can see is this area here of supply, and we had a bit of an imbalance right here, and you can already see that around these points here we had another imbalanced price action, of which it got mitigated nicely. As you can see, we got mitigated and then we filled this overall imbalance. So now we are anticipating some buys to tap into this area, and I'm also looking at this liquidity area around this point here, of which that is another good area that we can target, or we can target above the liquidity area, right? So we're going to look at the 4-hour time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, we are going to refine all those areas of interest, just to make sure that we are just focusing on the current structure, right? So here we had this last candle as the push to the downside, or the buy to sell area, and this is the imbalance area that we talked about. And as you can see, this is the structure. We had the low, we had the high, higher low, then we had the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low right there. So I'm gonna use this area here, and we're going to use the structure on the 4-hour time frame. So this was a valid break to the top, just like this, and another valid break of structure came up around this point here. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and drop a comment of what you think about this video here. So we're gonna copy this one. This is a valid break of structure again. Internally, this is the internal structure, just because we know the overall momentum is to the upside, but like we can still look for those nice buying opportunities from this area, as you can see right there. And then we had a bit of an imbalance just around here, and you're gonna see it like on the lower time frame, just because we're going to refine on the lower time frame. As you can see, the last candle around here got mitigated, and around here, I don't know, we got mitigated around here, or the last candle that gave us that break of structure. So now I'm anticipating a bit of a downside movement to tap into the demand zone, then we can start buying. So for now, we're going to refine what the areas of interest that we were talking about, guys. Now, so the last candle was mitigated right there, and if you look at the structure, you'll see that there's a bit of an imbalance around here. So I'm gonna use this area here, and these are long targets, guys. These are very, very long targets, and if you want to target like something a bit small, you can still do that, just because there's a lot of room for CHFJPY to push to the upside. So this is the last area of interest. So now we can push over to the 1-hour time frame. So as you can see on the 1-hour time frame, there's a bit of structure. So we got that area of interest getting mitigated, then we had this low. Let me just show you with a marker so that you can see it. Let me just zoom out a bit. So this was the obvious break of structure. So this was the low, this was the high, this was the higher low, then we had a bit of structure here, higher high, higher low, then we had this higher high, higher low, then we had this higher high around here, then we had this higher low. So this was just a liquidity grab around this point here. So I'm gonna do this. This was a grab of liquidity. There is nothing much to it. As you can see, we didn't break any structure. This area here, this wick creation here, was just a grab of liquidity. So around here we have that nice little break of structure, and around here we have another nice little break of structure. Obviously there is like a lot of imbalances, but like I'm not going to focus on those, is because we're trying to focus on the current market structure. So as you can see on this one, we had a break, like I told you. Then after even this break, if you just zoom out, you'll see that there is the last candle that gave us that impulse, this one right here. So So this is our area of interest. And whenever you have like this large structure, obviously this is the low here, this is the low, and this is the high just around this point here. Yeah, let me just try and zoom out. This is the highest point, so which means that this low here and this high here is your overall trading range. So whatever happens above here, you look for a confirmation entry on the lower time frame, of which it happened. I know that it happened, and now we are going to look at this current structure here. So this is where you get to take those buys. Maybe let's try and look at the 15-minute time frame. If we can just get a bit of a smaller area of interest like this one here, as you can see, there's a lot of recreations. So let's try and look at the 15. So as you can see on the 15-minute time frame, this is the last candle, obviously. So I'm gonna keep it at that just because I tried to refine it. There is nothing I can do from that point. So now what we are going to do is look for a confirmation entry just around this point here, just around here. You can just look for a confirmation entry, or you can just look for a risk entry to take you to the upside. But like that is the overall idea that I have on CHFJPY. And then the first target would be around here. And if you're taking a risk entry, obviously you can just put your entry just around here, just like this, and you are targeting the overall highs. Obviously for around 4%, it's a bit better, and you are risking almost 60 pips for this trade here. So let me just do this and make it a bit 60. Let me make it tight, but like it's not a tight stop. As you can see, it's like 60 pips. Mostly the setups that I take will be like 10 pips or like 10% overall target. So this one is like around 6% if we target that area. And let's try and check. So everything has been retested around here. Let me just check. This one has been slightly retested, as you can see right there. So I'm gonna keep it to this one here. That's why we got like a bit of momentum. So that's why we're doing that. And back to the higher time frame, as you can see, and I hope you've understood like how I look at the charts and how I get to formulate all my trade ideas. So this is around 9.75% targeting the overall liquidity, of which it's this one here at the top. And yeah guys, I'll see you on another video. Hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you